Alright, boys and girls, with a question mark after the girls. Today, we are looking at July 1984's Smurf Devil, issue 2. This issue sees Smurf Devil battle a nefarious new nemesis named Shockwave. That would have been really good alliteration if the bad guy was called something like Nerve Punch. Shockwave is an armoured bad guy who stamps his feet and causes small-scale earthquakes. And we start this issue with AIM. We have AIM breaking into the Super Science Lab at the Metro Centre. Superman City, the Metro Centre. And here is Shockwave. Truthfully, he has a rather dopey design, and his power set isn't anything special. But what he does have is, he is a very easy villain to use. No setup required, which is why he has many more appearances. And no, not in Suicide Squad either. The most robust ones are in Booster Gold. He is in a couple of Booster Golds. I actually tend to think of him as more of a Booster Gold enemy. He ends up being part of that evil conspiracy group, the 100 or the 1000 or whatever they're called, the Booster Gold villains. Shockwave, he crops up everywhere though. Superman, he's been in a few Superman comics in his day. He's in the Jason Fabergé run on Tiny Titans before he got hijacked by the Super Babies. He was defeated by Donatello. And speaking of Super Babies, Epsilon, the exciting new character that was also hijacked and made into one of the Super Babies in an adult body, and Argos fucks a baby in a man's body. Stories like that are better than Tiny Titans stories, aren't they? Anyway, the point is that Shockwave, like many DC villains introduced in the B and C list titles, he was kept in play and passed around to other new books. A good practice, if you ask me. DC are better than Marvel for that. Here is Smurf Devil, our title character. Hollywood stuntman and actor Dan Devil has been mystically fused with, and he is now trapped inside, the Smurf Devil armoured suit that he was wearing for a movie. He is also currently in the Metro Centre for reasons not adequately explained. They sort of say that he wanted to get away from it all. There is a fun bit where he saves a tourist couple from some muggers, and he is mistaken for Superman, and he goes along with it. Then we get the backstory retold to us here, how Nibiru's bonded him to the suit. And one thing I like about Smurf Devil is it is quite deft with what it does. The book has a very light-hearted tone, but it understands that part of Smurf Devil, as a concept, requires there to be some sadness or angst. But to really dig into that side of the character would unbalance the book's tone. We get little hints of it along the way, like this bit with him sat at the bar. They are unintrusive, but they are cleverly hit upon. It's no good to have him do a full-on robot man bashing his head off a wall and being all woke and gay and emo, as Raging 15-Year Ad might say. This is a rather straightforward issue. there's also a funny little subplot set up here that comes to its head on the final page, like a punchline. This is a feed line, and then later we get the punchline, the payoff. You know me, I know how jokes are correctly told. The rest is Smurf Devil versus Shockwave, hero versus villain. The fight is actually really well done. The writing can disguise at times how hard school the artwork can go. The fight between Smurf Devil and Shockwave, the action feels very retro. Not in a bad way either, not regressive or dated. It carries more of the ridiculous bombacity of Silver Age action. And really, the rest of the issue is a fight. This will be a short video. Well, there's also a plot line. We have Jenna Malone over here from BVS, the Snyder Cut. She reveals that Shockwave, he has stolen Kryptonite from the lab. And what is remarkable, I reckon, for a second issue with the character visiting Superman City, there isn't a Superman guest appearance or even cameo in this. I know later there is a Superman and Smurf Devil team up. DC Comics presents one of the final issues of that series. Right, so back with Smurf Devil's supporting cast, we have the setup for that joke. Marla, the movie producer, she's getting chewed out over the telephone by her boss, the higher-up studio executive. She's getting told off that Smurf Devil is out wearing the studio's property, and he's causing unwanted publicity, and that something needs to be done about that. More fight. It's good, really. I can't talk about fights much. And I think such a large fight like this, with a very D-list villain, it can sometimes be incredibly dull and like watching paint dry. But the combination of the glib, snarky writing and the competency of the artwork makes it very readable. And then Smurf Devil, he obviously defeats his enemy, and we have our punchline. The studio has filed an injunction saying that Dan Devil is not allowed to wear the costume anymore. And, well, he can't take it off, can he? I think it is a decent gag, but I'll tell you what, it would have been even funnier if they established that the studio guy knew everything. He knew all the backstory. That they know that Dan Devil is trapped this way. And they still did this expecting him to be able to do anything. I recommend Smurf Devil. It is good fun. I've not said much, but I think I might have said enough. Did I say too much? More than a lot. We're 7 thumbs up.